Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the After Credit Show. It's just me and Evander today. There is no Brandon yet again.
And there's no Nick.
What he said. There's no Nick. Basically, what happened. Yeah, they're both dead. What Brandon said at the beginning of not the previous episode, but the one before that one got him canceled so bad that God had to intervene, and it literally he literally took away Brandon's ability to speak. So, he can't be here for this episode. And also, he's dead. That's what we mean by that. He's dead!
He's dead. And also to clarify, to anyone who doesn't know real quick, in the off chance this blows up and gets 1 million views and no one goes back and watches the episode, he actually didn't say anything. This is a running joke. But we can start the hashtag Brandon is over party.
Yeah. And I added,
He put the bleeps. But what were you saying?
I was just gonna say, take us off on our first topic.
Yeah, I mean, let's go in order. Well, we got the Michael Jackson biopic trailer. Just watched it. Looks pretty cool.
Looks pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, nothing too much to say about it. This movie, or not the movie, the trailer did a huge number of views. I think it has 117 million worldwide. Counting
it's a guaranteed fucking hit. That is the thing. Michael Jackson, everyone knows, arguably the most famous person to ever live. They say it's like Jesus, Michael Jackson, and then Elvis. It's in terms of people that everyone on Earth knows. And if I remember right, the fucking Elvis movie that Baz Luhrmann did made a fuck ton of money also.
That made a fuck ton of money too.
Because they have cross-generational appeal. This one's directed by Antoine Fuqua, which is crazy. Director of Training Day. And one of my favorite movies, another movie I really fucking like, because they're funny. The Has Fallen George Butler movies, Olympus Has Fallen, and those. So he was like, time to hop on to make a Michael Jackson movie. He's actually a great director. Even if you look up bad reviews for Olympus Has Fallen, they're all the directing in this goes kind of crazy because it does. He just knows how to make a movie. Editing in this trailer was cool. The music was cool. I like that maybe I'm imagining this. I hate saying things and being I might be wrong, but it plays an assortment of Michael Jackson classic hits, and they kind of fade in and out of each of them throughout the trailer. So that was cool.
Yeah, they have little glimpses. Yeah.
Yeah. Great casting. It's more of a teaser than a trailer, I guess, but it does show you quite a bit.
This one was supposed to come out last year.
Yes, it got pushed back.
Was it
the strikes, I'm assuming?
I think part of it was that. Something that I did hear that I can't verify. I didn't look into it too much. It's just something that I heard, but I was talking to my friend Caleb on his live stream because he actually really likes Michael Jackson, and one of his viewers said that it got delayed because it was in regard to some of the controversy surrounding in the history of Michael Jackson. They were going to cover that period, I think, but I'm not sure to what degree they're going to cover it.
That's what's interesting is it's such what a complicated legacy to have to tackle because he was, how do I put this delicately? There's a lot of shit that people are inclined to believe that he did that would feel, I guess you would have to at least address it in some way, but I feel you can't leave us. I feel it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you do address it and you take a strong stance either way, you're gonna upset half the world regardless. But if you don't address it, it's no matter what you do, if you take a stance either way, it's gonna piss people off. If you don't address it any way at all, it's gonna piss people off. Just a complicated thing to have to tackle. Curious what they'll do with it. I don't know. I really feel if they don't really want to touch it, I can't blame them too much.
I think what they should do is at least include both perspectives. The thing is this movie is completely signed off by the Michael Jackson estate.
Which means
they're heavily involved.
Which it would be basically means there's going to be no actual critical, but it's also dude, how could you touch on both sides of that? It's they're showing the history. It's Michael Jackson, like, I never did that shit. And then it shows, like, Corey Feldman. He's like, that motherfucker definitely did that shit. And it's like, you have to put scenes of both of that in there, I guess. I don't know. Either way.
It's very complicated subject matter.
Yeah. The direction looked good. The teaser trailer, whatever you want to call it, was cool. Great costume design. Yeah, I mean, and it also... The thing is, I know it's kind of hard to give this criticism because I like comic book movies and superhero movies and action movies, but I do kind of see these. I'm like, it's always the same goddamn thing. It's like, here's a guy, here's him in a boardroom. Oh, they don't believe in his song. It ends up making $1 billion. He was a big hit, and all the executives are wrong. So like, I kind of do get that vibe a little bit whenever I see a movie biopic, like the Bruce Springsteen one is out right now, and then the who was it? Bob Dylan was last year that like was nominated for Oscars.
Bob Dylan, yeah.
So in my head, whenever I see the trailer, I'm like, dude, it's always the same thing. He gets discovered, they don't believe in him. He makes $1 million. It turns out
same thing
right.
with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. So, but also at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I know. Like you can say that about like John Wick. Like, oh, let me guess, he fucking kicks 20,000 people in the head. It's like, yeah, I mean, fair enough. So I mean, it's not really a criticism. If the movie's good, like that's all that matters. Like how you handle it, how you present it.
Yeah. The way I look at it is like, if you are going to make a biopic on someone, it has to be someone really, really interesting. And obviously, Michael Jackson is as interesting as they come.
Yeah.
And so I think, like, obviously you are correct. They're definitely going to have, like, those beats in it. But the thing is, the Jackson 5 were extremely popular and were a huge hit when Michael Jackson was before a very young little kid.
Yeah, his solo career. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think they're going to be, like, I mean, like, tailoring the narrative too much like how you just described. I would like to think that it'd be a little bit different because this one's unique where he comes from a family that's already embedded in the music industry. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
We shall see. Valve revealed a bunch of fucking hardware out of nowhere the other day. Insane. I was just at work and I saw a recommended video. It was like dropped 2 minutes ago and I watched it and I'm like, I guess Steam or Valve decided they're like, we're gonna completely change the game industry right now on a fucking Wednesday.
It's long overdue.
It is. It's crazy because we've basically had that trinity our entire lives: Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation. Because you know the Xbox came out in like early 2000s, and I was born in '98, and you were born in 2000. So like, as long as you've been aware of games, it's always been those three. Like before we were alive, like certain consoles came and went and died off, like like the Commodore and the Atari,
Sega,
Dreamcast. Yeah. That to say, Xbox is very clearly dying, the way a lot of those old consoles went, and I guess in the way that Xbox kind of sprung in when a slot opened up, I guess that's what Steam is doing. So for anyone who doesn't know, they revealed basically a home console. They've called it a PC, but like their whole pitch is just set it up in your living room. And I don't know if you'll be able to. I don't like. No one's gonna be using it like to edit like their videos and shit. It's just for gaming. So you just put it in your TV in the living room. They unveiled a controller, which looks it looks like a good controller. I like the way it's built. The console itself, they say, 6 times more powerful than like a Steam Deck, which is a really great piece of hardware as it is. And then the VR goggles, which are crazy, massive fucking leap with those, because those straight up like VR headsets are always like bulky and they get really hot, and I feel like that's because I've had VR, I've played VR, and I think what affects you being able to play for long periods of time is like, it's just that machine is just whirring on your head, and it gives you like a headache, and it gets really hot and sweaty and uncomfortable.
Dude, that thing's definitely giving you cancer for sure. Like, there's no way around it. Like, I mean, even just looking at this computer screen right now, it's already apparently like bad for your eyes. But like that thing, well, like so, like I hope like at the very least I saw like some purple hues in there, so maybe it's a different type of light. But like blue light directly on your eyeballs, like that's not good for you. So I hope that as VR continues to advance, I hope that this is just what's going to happen with technology over time. Things will improve with like safety and things like that. I mean, like none of the stuff that I just said has technically been proven, but like, I mean, that's something that my mom always would say. Like, it's going to give you eye cancer. Like,
I think what you could do to counteract that is like, people have like the blue light glasses that blocks like the whatever the fuck blue light from the screen. You can wear headsets with VR goggles. So if you just put those glasses, some blue light glasses on, but it's just the size of the VR headset. It's tiny. It's literally just a pair of goggles.
Very thin.
Yeah, which is like a MetaQuest. It's like a big bulky thing on the front of your head, which is just that's uncomfortable. This thing looks super lightweight. The people who have gotten a chance to try it say it's very lightweight. And I sent you guys a video of a guy who actually got to play with all the equipment, and they basically had this interesting like technology in the VR headset where to cut back I'm assuming the reason that they don't need this big giant ass thing on your head at all times is because the game it like has cameras that sense where you're looking, and it only renders what you're looking at. So it's not rendering all really around smart. You. Yeah, it's cool. And like the guy says, like you can't. He's like, I tried to like trick it and look into like the darkness where it wasn't rendering. It's like you can't. It just as soon as you look over there, it's already rendered.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Lots of cool technology. The
hierarchy of the console wars is about to change.
Yeah, that is true. I'm very curious what's going to happen. My only downside is the potential. Not potential. This will, when this takes off.
Yeah,
inevitably
I know what you're going to say.
The physical media.
That was the first thing that crossed my mind. But also, like, the PlayStation Pro doesn't even come with the disc drive.
I know.
Like, that's just the way things are going, unfortunately.
Stop!
But, like, the thing is, like for context, huge PlayStation fan. I mean, we're both huge PlayStation fans. I need PlayStation to have competition. I also really like Xbox, but, obviously Xbox has gone down their other path, unfortunately. And I think competition only leads to further games, further risk-taking, and further success, frankly. Because if you like, people have been complaining the most, like this PS5 console generation, what is it, the 8th gen or something like that? It's 9th. It's basically become 9th gen, sorry. It's basically become like a very infamous generation.
It's horrible.
There hasn't been a lot of games. It's very sad.
Like I have, you can't even see, I have like 300 or 400 like games just across this wall over here. I have like 6 PS5 games. And I only buy physical media. I
think I have like 3 physical ones.
Yeah.
And like all the other ones I have were free on PlayStation.
Big reason to get it for me was Spider-Man 2. Cool. Played that, have it. But another one, God of War Ragnarok and Jedi Survivor. They were locked to the PS5. And then a year later, like, actually, we're putting them back on PS4. So it's like, you don't even... It's like, it's a completely unnecessary console as it stands. They just said the other day, actually, I know a lot of people have been like, the PS6 is coming out, like, in a year... It's over, and
I saw that.
Yeah, but he's I forget, one of the higher ups at Sony was like, we're like halfway through the lifespan. We're getting these new Valve systems early 2026. So hopefully, now that the last half of that PlayStation lifespan, we can see them, fight back and get some competition, and come out and do some more interesting stuff.
And there's been some whispers. I was talking to Dennis on Fortnite last night, and there's been some online whispers of a long living lifelong internet meme. Half-Life 3, will it happen? Will it happen?
I know, right?
And honestly, like, with how long it's taken, like, you have to give it a grand entrance, and I think something like this
launch title for a con. That'd be crazy.
Oh, dude, like, it has to, like, that's the only way to do it. Because if you just are randomly like, Half-Life 3's here, no one's really going to care. But, like, if you launch that console, be like, also, the long anticipated, like, they unveil it.
Yeah.
The big 3, and then they actually show a trailer and all that.
People
it's not going to be like
out.
GTA 6, but, like, people,
it'll
like,
be
the internet
there,
will be like,
it'll be a huge deal.
Like, yeah.
That because
like, ever since, like, 2007 or something, people have been going...
If they wanted to guarantee me buying, because like I'm not gonna buy there's no price tag on it, but it's estimated based on like comparable products. They said it's be competitively priced, so estimated like $700. A little pricier than a regular console. So I'm not gonna get that right at the gate. But if they wanted me to get it as soon as possible, Half-Life 3, Left 4 Dead 3, Team Fortress 3.
From my understanding, Team Fortress 3.
If they did sequels to all their big franchises, I would freak out. I would have to buy it. And Portal 3.
Yeah, and from my understanding, like it's not really supposed to like bring a new wall of exclusives where like you have to only have the Steam machine to play Half-Life 3 or something like that. These titles will be available just on PC because this console is technically a PC as well. It's really just like, again, it sounds like a more affordable, more powerful option compared to what the big two are offering. So I think that in itself is already a very big game changer. But I mean, we'll see. Obviously, the exclusive titles will have probably exclusive abilities or something on the Steam machine. But from what I saw, I think all of their exclusive titles should just be on Steam as per usual. So that's also nice too. So you don't have to buy it.
They don't even really.
And the thing's also the size. It's the size of a GameCube too.
Yeah, it's so small. It's a tiny thing.
Dude, that's like six or 9 of those, six, 9. 9 of those put together make up my desktop.
Yeah.
Like my desktop is freaking huge. It's freaking.
I'm looking at mine. Really cool. Probably it's impressive work that they did, as always, as to be expected. Looks cool. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. Just it'd be really cool if they were like, and also there's discs.
Throw a disk drive on it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. I'm like 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10. Because you go from a 10 out of 10 to an 11 out of 10. And 11 out of 10 is impossible. So the one thing stopping you from getting an 11 out of 10
is to do the impossible.
Not having that disk drive. Yeah, just add that disk drive. That's all you have to do.
Yep.
Add the disk drive.
I'd be real excited. Well, we got the Jimmy Olsen TV show got confirmed. Sounds like a cool way to expand the universe. Especially leading into Salvation Run.
Salvation Run, yeah. We're going to see a lot more villains in that show starting with...
I think
maybe not starting, but like we know Grodd is confirmed.
Yeah, or maybe maybe I'm just imagining this, but I believe they said he was like the big main villain, the main thing in that show, and we're going to see other villains throughout, which, again, we've talked about Salvation Run on this previous episodes, and it's like, if you're going to kind of do that story, you need to have a lot of villains, and this would just be a cool way. Be like, cool, you can introduce like 7, 8, 9, 10 villains here. You know,
maybe 6 or
Grodd.
7.
Yeah, you can do Grodd. You can do fucking maybe Metallo, whoever, and then we got Brainiac was also, side note, but connected. Brainiac was confirmed for
he was confirmed for Man of Tomorrow.
So yeah, looks like we're getting a good chunk of villains on the way. I think that show sounds cool. I like Jimmy Olsen. I like the casting for him in the movie. And I think like giving, I guess you'd call it like tonal variety, because this is a DC show, but it's not a superhero show. It's like a kind of like world building, kind of probably exciting adventure-y type thing with, reporting.
Yeah,
and
the
stuff.
showrunners of American Vandal are taking the reins of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's good to have like a good mix of variety. I think that's something that was kind of helpful to the MCU lasting for, as long as it was as a powerhouse. Was you always had like a lot of variety, because you had like Captain America was like a World War II thriller, and then Winter Soldier was like a spy thriller, and then Ant-Man was a heist movie, Guardians was like a space adventure movie. So it always had like a lot of good kind of genre variety across their various projects. So, and I think it's something that the DCEU didn't really have.
No, they did not have a lot of variety.
Yeah, it's like,
that was like they were dealing with a lot of.
Yeah.
There was a lack of direction for a very big period with that. They didn't know. It's not that they didn't know what to do. It's just like they had a lot of different ideas on where to go with it, and they never settled on one. Then they got James Gunn.
Yeah, the way that universe, came out was just a lot of, unfortunate things happening.
Yeah, series of unfortunate events.
Yes, basically is the story of that fucking universe. We're also getting a V for Vendetta TV show.
Yeah, also produced by Gunn and Safran.
Gunn and Safran. Interesting.
Yeah. So I haven't read the comic. I'm not gonna lie. Have you read the comic?
I read like half of it when I was in high school. And I grew up.
So just based on what
movie.
you have read. Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say, I mean, like if you are gonna, get a new cast, you should do that. But Hugo Weaving as V's like.
Yeah, it's really that's an iconic.
That's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
His voice is just so perfect. But yeah, like, do you think that comic could fit a TV show compared to like a movie?
I think so. From what I think, it's not super long, but it's fairly long enough. Yeah. Especially if it's like
compact.
Yeah, especially if it's like one season and it's like 6 episodes or 8 episodes, whatever. It's like
6 or 7 episodes.
Yeah. Whatever it ends up being. I could see it working, and I think when you go back to revisit something like this, I think a lot of the intention behind it recently has been like, we want an opportunity to touch on things that we weren't able to the last time we went at it. So sounds cool to me. I mean, the V for Vendetta, just the mask is extremely iconic. Even to people who don't know the comic or aren't super familiar with the movie, who haven't seen it, everyone just knows it. It's just like a cultural...
Anonymous.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, it's an iconic, movie and just comic and story and look. Yeah. All that.
Fun little side story that has almost nothing to do with V for Vendetta, but it has something to do with that mask. So one time I was on my laptop, and one day my wallpaper changed to the Guy Fawkes mask.
Just on its own?
And just on its own. So either two things happened. One, my brother took my laptop and changed the background. Or two, some
Anonymous
guy
hacked you, and they were like, "Fuck you, asshole."
Yeah, I was like a little kid, so there wasn't much blackmail they could have got. It's just the whole like history. It's just like YouTube poop, or something like that. So I don't know what they could have blackmailed off of me, or just like Arkham City playthrough, just something like that. Yeah, maybe they were just trying to like warn me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never talked to my brother about it. I just never asked him. Maybe I will.
It's fun to leave it as a mystery.
Yeah, it's kind of like fun because I'm just like, when I think back on that sounds kind of like fucked up, but it's also kind of funny. Yeah. So I like the leaving it up to interpretation.
Yeah,
I like
multiple
that
choice.
Of it.
Yeah,
just like the Joker origin.
Exactly. Dynamic duo, very interesting, which is going to be the animated Batman and Robin movie that's theatrically released.
Not Batman and Robin. It's Dick Grayson and Jason Todd.
I thought that ended up being what included in the fake stuff. I don't remember.
No, like it's always been a pitch. So like the fake stuff were the character concept art designs. Okay. That was the fake stuff. But this has always been a project about Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. So Batman, we can assume he's probably in the movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'd be weird if he wasn't.
It's a movie with Robin,
especially an animated one.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just the one correction. Other than that, you take it away.
No, it's just I guess it was pitched as a Catwoman origin story of her in Gotham as a kid, which is kind of interesting. But I guess they decided to go a different direction. And after
so that project got shit canned.
Yeah, Matt Reeves is like, we should do this and make it about the Robins because he doesn't have a lot of faith in those characters being in live action, I guess. Was his...
Yeah, so from what I saw from the tweet from the Swaybox, or I believe that's the company's name, Swaybox. Yeah, that's what's listed here. Yeah, so from my understanding, they were going to do that Catwoman movie, and then it got like canceled or something like that. And then Matt Reeves, I guess, came across them and saw what they were doing, and he thought what they were doing was like really, really cool. And they were saying that like he always wanted to have like a story or do a story with Robin. But again, this is coming from the person and not Matt Reeves himself. So like this person could be misquoting him or something like that. Yeah. So like he believes that an animated story would be a better approach or a better route for a Robin project. So that kind of gives some implication that you're probably not going to see Robin in the Matt Reeves live action Batman universe, but what it also indicates is that he's most likely producing the movie that I don't think we knew before.
Yeah, is this connected to anything? Is this in the DCU or is it just a fun side
James
thing?
Gunn James Gunn has said he doesn't know if it's in the
yes,
DCU.
okay, I do remember.
He's been saying that he hasn't decided on it, which I think is kind of strange. But the other thing that's kind of strange is that a lot of people were under the impression that this was a James Gunn greenlit project, which seems to be not the case anymore. It seems to be like a Matt Reeves thing. But we have this ongoing pattern with these DC projects regarding Batman and Matt Reeves. Like he seems to be attached to like everything in terms of like a Batman.
Yeah,
thing.
he's their Batman.
Like
he's their Batman guy the way James Gunn was their Guardians of the Galaxy guy at Marvel, where like anytime the Guardians showed up in something or were referenced, like he was a producer and he had a bunch of input on the script and shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that because like he's doing his. I want him to really just dial in and focus on his universe, and then with the DCU stuff, I don't want it to be like an amalgamation of like what Reeves would have done in a comic book scenario. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of like my only concern with that. Other than that, like, I mean, the first movie was good. We'll see what happens with like the Batman 2 or whatever. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts on that? On him being like the Batman guy in terms of the James Gunn DCU?
I don't really. I mean, I think he's like a good. I think he's a great director. I don't really. I know some people are like, if he's producing this, it's gonna be all super realistic everywhere. And I'm like, well, I mean, he made like the Plan the Apes movies and shit. He's clearly not like a guy who. I think that some people have this vision of him that like he doesn't have a brain that can process anything that's not realistic. So as long as he's just like out there, because I think he does like outside, you know, talking just like visually, I think he does have a cool vision of Gotham. Like, I love the way Gotham looked in the Batman. So I think like if someone had a wild idea, you know, and he was like one of the producers, and he looked at it, he's like, this is cool, and this is like a weird, you know, unrealistic, and you know, like comic booky take on Batman, and he was like, that looks cool, I would be like, all right, I have faith in him to pass judgment if something isn't shit, I guess. That's how I feel about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how. I think for me, like, we'll see how these projects like look, because we haven't even seen like what his own sequel to his own movie looks like yet. Yeah. Stylistically, we don't know how different it's going to be, things like that. So I guess I'll pass more judgment when we see like the Batman 2. But I think like a good, I don't know if it's a good comparison, but it is a comparison. But like the Penguin show, like he wasn't a showrunner, but he was like producer.
Yeah, he was
as well.
I'm gonna be honest.
Like,
he had like nothing to do with that. I mean, he like produced it, but like he didn't write or direct any of it. He wasn't the showrunner.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like he kind of had like some input maybe, but I feel like he wasn't super present on the production because he just is listed as a producer. Which I know producers do things that are important to the thing, but it's like he wasn't there writing he was not credited with the story. I don't believe. I know he isn't a writer. I know he isn't one of the directors, and I know he's not the showrunner. So it's like, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows how these things go on, you know, behind the scenes on this like high level when you're playing with literally billions of dollars. Who knows what that's like?
Yeah, I mean, like everyone is gonna have a say in terms of like all the above the line people. Like they're all gonna have their own input and all that, and he would just be one of them. But yeah, again, like I just want to reiterate, I do like Matt Reeves. I just want to see some like creative diversity. Yeah. Just creative diversity. That's just the key thing that I want to see, especially with Batman. Like I want to see them try some weird stuff.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Stranger Things got the final trailer, or the trailer for the final season. I thought it looked cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
Cool trailer.
Look cool.
Yeah, great visuals. Looked amazing.
I liked it.
Like I was telling you, I've heard that they spent like $900 million making this last season, which is every episode is like 2.5 hours long from what I've seen. They're all
I've been hearing something like that.
Yeah,
they're movies.
Every episode,
it's like not just regular movies; they're long.
Yeah,
movies.
They made 8 full fucking movies and they're just dropping them, and then they're putting the last episode in theaters. Which I remember when I heard
also
that.
saying off air. Yeah, they shot for like a year.
Yeah,
a whole year.
Crazy. And you can definitely see the budget. It looks real good. I always forget how good that show looks because you always have such a long gap between seasons. I do need to binge that show, I think, because I don't remember shit. I don't remember anything. Oh, well, about
that's
that
how they
show.
get you. That's how they get you.
Yeah, because now
that's
it's
how they make their money on there. They're like, yeah, new season coming out. Now you're gonna watch
the previous
all
4
the old
seasons
again.
Yeah, I don't remember fucking shit about it. I just remember. I know Vecna. Okay, here's what I remember. I'm gonna see. I mean, I know the basic characters, and then I know that Vecna is that guy who was in the facility with 11. I know that he got taken by the Mind Flayer, and it turned him into Vecna, and they blasted him back to fucking hell or something last season, I think. And I remember that Max is in a coma, because I think Vecna was lifting her up off the ground with his mind powers. Boy, and I don't remember. I think that did the doctor guy die? The guy from Full Metal Jacket. Did he die? The one who made 11. Okay.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah.
And Eddie died.
You're remembering more than I am.
Really?
Well, no, I mean, like, I know those ones, those details for sure. I'm just, the only things that I'm kind of like foggy on would be like the side plot kind of stuff.
Boy.
Like, but in terms of like all the key beats, yes, yeah.
I don't remember.
But in terms of like the key beats, I kind of remember them. The other thing too, they introduced 11 having like a healing ability or like I'm not sure if it was healing, but like because it looked like what's her face straight up like died, and then like she
Max
was like brought back, and
yes,
Max,
I do remember
it looked
that.
like she died at the end. Yeah,
I do remember
then, like,
that.
I remember that was like, again, might be misremembering. Again, like I saw it like one time. I'm gonna rewatch it anyway. Yeah. But like I know like that was a big deal. Because I have to be right because like it's really just puking out of my brain right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they introduced that, and so they basically show that she got like not like an upgrade, but I guess like she unlocked more.
Yeah, and she kind of has that cool thing in this trailer where she uses her to launch herself over the fence. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Like a little force jump thing. I saw Linda Hamilton from Terminator is in the trailer for 1 second. She's like some army doctor, scientist, or whatever. Like, weird to see that it's ending. When are we getting the spinoff about the other people that from Eleven's family that she found in season 2?
Oh,
remember that? Yeah. They were like,
I remember that.
They were like, we got to do a backdoor pilot for our spinoff show, and that episode came out. And was like, fuck that episode. And they're like, just kidding.
I know. I was like, that is probably the worst episode in the whole show.
It is.
Like,
I saw a video.
All the episodes are really good, but that one, like, if I had to say one that was like not great, it'd probably be that one.
I saw a video the other day going over. I mean, you probably see when I was on TikTok, I was seeing all the time. He's always like, "This is like the lowest rated and highest rated episodes of like well-liked TV shows." And he did the Stranger Things one. He's like, "There's only one poorly reviewed episode of Stranger Things." It was that one. I was like, I forgot about that episode, and it's because it comes at like it. The episode before ends on a cliffhanger, I believe, and then it goes into that episode that has nothing to do with it, and then it goes back to like the plot, like the important plot, like the next episode. So, just bad placement.
It was a very obviously filler episode.
Well, it was they were doing the backdoor pilot, which is crazy when they do that, especially in a show that's as tight as Stranger Things is, where like I'd mentioned last week, every episode picks up exactly where the last one left off because it's just one continuous story. To be like backdoor pilot with all new characters, that you'll never see again. It's like, I think one of the most out of left field backdoor pilots ever is, you've seen The Office?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember they had the backdoor pilot for the Dwight spinoff show out of nowhere? Like, it's in like the second to last season, and just the episode is like, he goes to like his family farm because like his uncle died, and they introduce like a bunch of new family members for him. I remember when I was a kid, I didn't know what backdoor pilots were. I was like, who are these people? And why do they never come back? And then I covered something like, oh, backdoor pilots, they do that on shows. They try to like test the waters. Like, do you like this? Do you like this? Which is like, that's not as egregious on The Office, where I can just put on whatever episode I want. It's crazy in Stranger Things where it's like an ongoing narrative. Like, dude, imagine like Game of Thrones. like in the middle of like a really important season, they're like,
yeah, you can't do that.
Here's fucking fuck-ass the Bard and his friends across Westeros playing somewhere. And do you guys fuck with this, though? It's like, no, we're not going to fuck with that. If you put it right
Y'all
here.
fuck with me? Yeah. Yes or no? And then, no.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Stranger Things, dumbass Netflix stupid people. You're not a real fucking TV network. You can just release an episode of Stranger Things on a fucking Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to package that in with the season. They can just be like, oh, it's Tuesday. Here's one episode of a Stranger Things thing if you want to see it. It's kind of fun. And you put it out there and people can watch it.
It's a special or something.
Just like the Adam Eve special for Invincible. Great idea.
Yeah.
Just they were like, it's not part of the season. It doesn't interrupt anything. There it is. Stranger Things, Netflix. You're not beholden to time slots. You know, just put it out whenever.
Yeah.
This has been a rant about season 2.
Yeah, no, it's all good. One thing that the actor that plays Dustin pointed out, he was like, yeah, well, a lot of people have been pointing out all the shows that began and ended during Stranger Things.
I saw that.
GTA 5 released before Stranger Things Season 1, and now Stranger Things, which has been going on for way too long, is finally ending.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No GTA 6!
Tragic.
Yeah.
Tragic for me.
Yeah.
Guy who really fucks with GTA. We have more updates on the Warner Brothers buyout, which I guess...
Yeah.
Comcast now wants it, and once again they're like, Zaslav, you can stay if we buy it. Everyone is like offering to keep them on.
Yeah, so that was Paramount doing that. They were like, yeah, we're gonna keep you on, but I think Warner Brothers themselves have even like geared themselves in the position to, I guess, like tailor their what they're selling. They're like, yeah, don't worry, you'll still have leadership until 2030 minimum if you buy it. So when you buy it, it's not like everything's gonna like crumble or like go into like limbo or hiatus or whatever. Like sometimes that happens with like other companies, like Fox has totally got like absorbed, and they let the other things that they were doing just finish up, and then there was nothing new being made. But basically, again, like in terms of like the people that are interested for DC, the DCU, DC Comics, and all that, like this kind of like reiterates like, yeah, that stuff's probably going to be okay for a while as long as they demonstrate profit. When they're probably not going to screw with them too much, I would hope. Yeah. But yeah, with whoever ends up buying them. It's also possible, again, like I said in the last episode, we don't go into this topic like too crazy because we've talked about it in the last few episodes. Yeah. And it's really just the Comcast.
And it's just always being like, who's buying it? This guy.
Yeah, it's just always like, who? This guy buying it now.
This guy wants to buy it.
Yeah, it's basically just...
This megacorp
like,
wants
don't worry
to
about
absorb
that stuff's going to be fine.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. Megas, yeah.
Just,
yeah, that's basically it. That's basically a little update. But yeah, what do you think? Like, if Comcast does get it, they've been kind of gearing up a lot lately. They got Taylor Sheridan with that $1 billion deal.
Wait, that's included. They're the ones that got Taylor Sheridan. Oh shit.
Yeah, because they own Universal.
Oh, I can't keep up. I can't keep up anymore.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Yeah,
yeah, and like again, that would be a huge monopoly, especially in LA. Like, holy shit, because. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of endless monopoly going on. But yeah, anyway, that's that. Nothing too much to say about it. Might cause some issues for Marvel in terms of like, using the Hulk or something like that. But I doubt it. I doubt it. But anyway,
interesting. Well, whatever. The most fun topic to talk about: which megacorp is absorbing which megacorp.
yeah.
But it's important to potentially the future of DC, which is relevant to nerd shit. So, whatever. Trailer for season 2 of Fallout finally dropped. We got a teaser recently, but we have an actual trailer now. Looks real cool. I fucking love the game it's based off of, Fallout New Vegas. Fallout is the best show on TV right now for sure. I haven't seen the one everyone likes, Severance. I don't have Apple. So I can't really judge on that, but big fan of Fallout. I think season 1 was great. The production design is just really cool on that show. Love the music, love the visuals, love the makeup. All around good stuff. Is just that's gonna be my thoughts on it.
Was there anything that was showed off that was like a big deal in terms of like what they're taking from the game?
I don't know precisely. It was cool seeing a lot of shit from the game, like the Death Claw and the motel and the entrance to New Vegas. Seeing Mr. House and actually like seeing all that in motion. So yeah, like stuff we didn't see in season 1. New elements added from the game. But nothing like I'm not as on top of like Fallout lore as I am with like Marvel or DC. So probably someone who really fucking loves Fallout knows something I don't. But just as someone who's played the games and likes them, look good to me.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Yeah. We also got a trailer for Super Mario Galaxy. Finally, we got the teaser recently.
Yo, they got Logan 30-acre SML as Bowser Jr.
What?
That's who they should have. That's who they. No. They got Ben Safdie as Bowser Jr. But they do have Brie Larson as Rosalina.
So when I saw Bowser Jr. talk,
a lot of people are.
Oh yeah, bro. I was like, people are gonna be. No, I was like, people are gonna be mad at the Brie Larson thing. I saw that. I didn't know.
I saw some of them. Yeah. Again, we don't name names here in terms of like other YouTubers talking about this type of thing or all that. There was one
Crash and Burn.
Let's just say capitalized. There's one that let's just say has like capitalized a lot on like the
Brie Larson
making videos on Brie Larson, things like that. Their channel starts with a G. The guy that started that channel is actually like, yeah, it's all good. She's a Nintendo fan. It's all good with me. I don't care. But I know there's gonna be some man children that are gonna be like, oh my god. But like,
yeah, I didn't know it was her.
Yeah. She sounds good. Yeah. She sounds good as her.
Yeah. Benny Safdie, when I heard him in the trailer, I thought it was Jack Black also voicing Bowser Jr. I went to look it up, and I was like, oh, it's not. It's Ben Safdie.
Yeah.
Which,
I kind of wish they got someone like, I don't know, you look at the whole cast of Mario, right?
Yeah.
They're all extremely, very recognizable. And Benny Safdie, I mean, like, if you're like a film bro, you know who that guy is.
He's on the come up.
Yeah. Like, you may as well, I don't know, if you were going to get someone like that, you may as well have gotten, like, I don't know, Marty Scorsese or something.
Martin
awesome.
Scorsese. Incredible suggestion.
Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that would have been goated.
Trailer looked cool. I know I keep saying that. I like Mario as much as someone who's played a couple of the games. Like, I was never like a huge like Nintendo fan, but I played some Mario games growing up, and they're cool. I like them. I like Smash Bros. I like the last movie. I really like the visuals in this. This is definitely made for people who have short attention spans and need like big bright colors. Not in a bad way, but I was watching like there's a lot of on-screen stimulation going on in a good way. So I was like, I think it looks cool. I don't know. Pause it. I'm not a huge Mario fan, so I can't be like actually in the lore. But
yeah. Well, I mean, like going with the Galaxy route, because I played a good majority of like the main Mario games, if not like almost all of the mainline ones. And in terms of like the lore, like there's like it's not that type of franchise.
Yeah.
Like it's not really that type of franchise, but it's just more so like looking at like what elements they're drawing upon in terms of like aesthetics, and things like that. And I think that like obviously the Galaxy route, very good choice of route to go.
Yeah, it does a good job of making it feel real different from the last one.
Yeah, no.
So you don't feel too samey.
But exactly, yeah, because like that usually like it's kind of like skipping the animated movie trope where like they have like one, and then there's two that will kind of like just basically try to copy a lot of things that the first one did that it was successful on, and then the third one will try to like reinvent things and like rejuvenate it, put things in a different setting. So it seems like they're cutting two out of the equation, and are just being like, yeah, just take it to Galaxy like immediately. Yeah. Don't make people get tired of this because we made a lot of money on
almost
that first
$2
one.
billion.
A lot of people really liked it. Yeah, that's fucking nuts. Even I saw it in theaters with my brothers. Like,
I did too.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
And I really liked it. Yeah, good move on doing that. And I don't know what you can do for like the next movie because like I don't know, like there's a lot of stuff you can do with Mario. But I almost feel like you almost have to do like the crossover.
As I saw people were like, they're gonna do Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Oh, dude, that would be so sick. Dude, but like I saw some people Are you familiar with SML?
I know the name, and I've seen like one video breaking down his lore, I think.
Okay, yeah. So like he started off a plush tube channel with Mario characters, and eventually he introduced a character that was completely original called Jeffy, and he was already a very popular
with the pencil
channel.
up the nose, right?
But then pencil up the nose, and it was like a lot of like disability stereotypes, things like that. And his views went from like getting a couple million per one, like on like a good day, to like fucking like in terms of like the heights, like it was insane. Like I don't know, like 40 million views on some like very, very popular ones. Yeah. So Nintendo knocked on his door.
Yeah, they
and
told him stop.
You can't use Mario anymore. Stop it. We've let you do this for like 10 years.
It's actually crazy they let him go on for that long. That part I remember when I saw in the video, I was like, Nintendo didn't kick his door down on day one.
I remember when it like happened because like I watched his older content, like his old content, like the pre-Jeffy days, when I was a kid, just because like that was the type of content that would like drive on YouTube, like very like weird niche like weird internet humor type of shit, and that was kind of like what that was.
Yeah.
But it was basically like Family Guy, but for like kids. Like it was just like insane. It was just like but like with like Nintendo characters. I can't believe that we're talking about this on the podcast. But like basically like when I heard that happened, like the cease and desist, like that had never happened before. Like that was the first time that like that really happened to like a channel where they were having like a parody series. Again, like it was, I mean, like they kind of like dragged the parody on for like a long time because that was like that. I mean, it is that guy's main source of income. He's never had an actual job outside of just making YouTube, because he started when he was like 14 or something like that. So he was making the Mario stuff for so long, and it was going up and up and up. Then Brian Jeffy went like that, and then like he actually deleted his old channel because he had to, because it basically got like it got totally fucked after the Nintendo shit. Like it was like
I remember
super age restricted and all that.
And then
he started a new channel.
He bought cars for his
has way more
girlfriends.
subs than the previous one.
Yeah.
The SML lore is crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, like he still reaches those heights with like, because he just took the cast of characters and just made them original. So like Mario is now Marvin.
I saw
and things like that.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They've done like some like jokes with it like a few times. Like they introduced Marvin's brother, like Larry or something, and then like they have a character called Brooklyn Guy come and he's like, listen. We can't like we can't go on with this anymore. He's a danger to us, because they kept making like Nintendo references with the Larry character. It was funny. I saw the little clip on Instagram. Anyway, so my question for you is, who's gonna voice Jeffy in Mario 3?
I think you should.
No, I'm not. No.
What? Why not?
No.
Adam Driver.
Adam
Driver.
Yeah, you just get Adam Driver.
Or Ben
Gough.
Gough.
Give Adam Driver the pass.
Or Ben Gough.
Adam Driver.
Give him the pass.
The Rock. Jeffy does a lot of messed up stuff. I'll say that. From the clips I've seen on Instagram. Instagram Reels. Like, oh, and also AI has now made, like, so that on, like, Sora or something like that, like, on these AI Reels that I watch, like, when I, like, scroll through, like, it can actually make SML videos now. You can just straight up make his videos. And
we've reached the pinnacle of human evolution, truly.
Dude, you don't need SML anymore. You just make your own SML on your phone for free.
That's the future of art. Let's talk about a little of AI stuff, actually. This is some news I forgot to add to the docket. Disney Plus is integrating AI. I don't know if you heard about that.
How so?
I looked it up. I read the article, so I made sure I was getting clickbaited. They confirmed, I believe it was Bob Iger himself, they are going to add content to create short-form AI content on the app that you can share with others.
So are they making Reels?
Yes. You are going to be able to make Disney short-form AI-generated content that can be like posted and shared and shit.
Dude, I predicted this.
Yeah, I predicted this. I was like, this is over. And like the whole thing is like, now you can just make the content you want to watch. Like, we actually We don't even need to make anything anymore. You can just pay.
Yeah, they're just gonna give you the license.
Yeah, as long as you're on there, you got the license.
It's so crazy.
It's Jover. It's Jover.
Well, like that's when they were shutting down like
Sora.
not, I think it was Journey. Yeah, Sora. Not.
Yeah, they were like, stop using
all
our
like these
characters.
AI companies are like, stop using it.
We need
stop
to do
doing
it.
that. And people were like back and like, yeah, they're shutting down the AI stuff. Good on them. But then it's like, no.
Do you think these people are ethical?
Like, you're profiting off this.
Like
you're
that's
ours.
ours.
I want profit.
We profit, not you. We make the money, not you. Big bummer. Also, less egregious and actually more expected, but also not good. Fucking Call of Duty Black Ops 7 came out yesterday, I believe. It looks like fucking shit.
Yeah, I guess it is COD season.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that many good things about
There's
it.
nothing good. I can talk about it a little bit more from what I've seen, but the emblems, you can unlock your calling cards, classic feature in Call of Duty. It's a bunch of just AI slop generated shit. Like all the calling cards are just AI generated. So that's cringe.
Yeah, that's too bad.
It's a bummer. Let's talk about some. So I haven't played the game myself. I'm not giving them fucking $70 for a fucking piece of shit that this looks like. The funniest thing I've seen is that in this campaign, you can call in instead of airstrikes. You can just call in a 70-foot tall machete that just falls from the sky. It just will obliterate. And the final.
Oh yeah, I saw some. Yeah, wait, no, you say.
No, you can call it in on the boss fight for the final boss fight of the game with Menendez. You can just drop a machete on him and he fucking explodes and gets sucked back down to hell. I was like, what fucking happened to this game?
Yeah.
What were you gonna bring up?
Yeah, I just saw on Instagram, my brain rot feed.
I love brain rot.
You could fight literally a giant
Harper.
Man,
yes, you can fight. That's
him,
Michael Rooker's character from Black Ops 2. Yes, you can fight a giant zombie. I was gonna bring that up next. You can fight a giant zombie Harper, and he goes he has to swipe. It's like the Batman fight from Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. It's just giant Harper, and you have to shoot him a billion. It's so. I saw that, and I was like, what happened to this franchise? Where did it go? I'm playing through a bunch of I'm going to try to play through all of them, but I'm playing through the Call of Duties right now. Great campaigns over the years. Classic, Modern Warfare, Black Ops, World at War. Those are the ones I've done. They're great. Incredible campaigns, but looks like the series has just completely lost its way. I'm curious how this was going to do, because last year, I had no idea. Best-selling game of 2024, Black Ops 6. So, I didn't know.
Oh, really? Yeah.
This franchise is not dead. It's not on its last legs. It's not going anywhere. Hopefully this game fucking flops, but we'll see. Kind of a weird predicament we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to pray on anything's downfall.
I don't want to pray on their downfall, but I want to pray on them taking a hit to learn.
I'm not a fan of. Yeah.
I'm praying on them learning their lesson. That's what I'm praying on. I'm praying on them saying, okay, let's take a step back and, bringing it back to basics. You want to hear something more sad?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, this shit's on the docket. It's like Francis Ford Coppola broke after Megalopolis.
Bro, I shouldn't laugh. It's actually.
It's not funny. Just the fact that it's on the docket. It's like, here's what your movie news. I was like, Francis Ford Coppola's fucking broke. I guess because he completely funded Megalopolis out of pocket. And
yeah, I didn't know that he completely wanted.
Oh yeah, because he has that wine. He has that wine company, and he made a fuck ton of money, and he funded it. It says here, I got the numbers. He sunk in $120 million, and the movie made 14.3 at the box office. Crazy flop. That
your 1799's in there somewhere.
Yeah, dude. Mine is, dude. What a great double feature, because you got Barbenheimer, huge big hype, but for this one you got the evil version. You got Megajonculus. You can watch Jonkler. You can watch Jonkler 2, Folie à Deux, and you can watch Megalop. My friend Wade, he watched them both back to back. He did the double feature. I don't know how you could do that. That's enough to drive any man insane. Watching Megalopolis alone. Just that movie, I was like, I felt like I was I don't know, out of body experience. It was me. It was Dan from Phasmophobia and The Passenger, our short films we've worked on, and one other person in the auditorium, and we were fucking crying, laughing at the whole thing.
1 second.
You're good.
You keep talking. Someone's knocking at my door. Fortnite.
I just didn't have anything to say.
Did you fall asleep?
No, I didn't have anything to say on my own.
Okay.
I'll just cut it out. I'm just gonna cut it out. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
It was.
Yeah. I like that's very sad. What I will say is like I respect someone giving it their all, like not just like creatively but financially.
Yeah.
And making the movie that they wanted to make 100%.
Cool.
Like making something for yourself. Cool. Just like what we were talking about, like with Peacemaker. Like I wasn't a fan of that finale, like or that season, but I respect James Gunn for doing what he wanted to do, for what he thought, like again, what scratched his itch.
Yeah.
And that's what Francis Ford Coppola did, and he's made like he's a goat. Like he made
The Godfather
1, 2,
Apocalypse
3.
Now.
He made Dracula. Like that's like my favorite Dracula film, hands down. Like awesome.
Endless classics.
Very based filmmaker.
Yep.
Yeah. No. So I mean, like.
Yeah, it's rare in
like
Hollywood,
Tarantino,
especially now, to get to make whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's why he 100% funded it himself, I think. But like, yeah, like I mean, like Tarantino has always kind of said this thing, like I want to retire before I'm like
washed,
or like when I'm before I'm washed or whatever. And I don't like. You could maybe say that sentiment applies to like some directors.
Yeah, I've never agreed with that.
I don't know. I think I just. Yeah, I don't know if I.
Yeah,
agree
because
with that
look at
for
fucking
sure.
Scorsese.
Like, you got Marty Scorsese.
That dude's been making fucking been winning Oscars for like 40 years. You know, it's whatever, but that's how he wants to do it. Whatever, it's on him. And he said he's still like, he's like, what I mean is, he's like, I'm probably not gonna write or direct both at the same time. I've like make a movie that's mine. Yeah. He's like, I'll probably write. He's like, I'll still write scripts and I'll still direct other people's scripts, but like in terms of, there's gonna be 10 Tarantino movies that are mine. You know, fully from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Like, cool, whatever. The game, Marvel 1943, the Black Panther Captain America game, has been delayed to at earliest 2027.
That's crazy because we saw that game like
this is
had to have been.
This is the story of every game on Earth now. This game got revealed. It'll release in 20 years. You'll be dead before this game comes out. That's just the story of the gaming industry right now. It's like, here's a game. See you again in 8 years when you have fucking kids. Bro, who knows? Who knows what my life is going to look like in fucking 2027? Who knows?
Yeah.
Bro, we were going to be totally different people in 2 years. Or I guess, 1 year. It's like, I don't know. Just so odd. Games are getting announced.
This stuff cannot be accepted any longer.
Yeah, I mean,
like this type of thing has to like.
The reality is the bubble just has to burst, which it has. It's going to happen.
Steam machine bursted.
I mean, I don't even think it's actually not even on. That's not even going to save it. The issue is just like, the issue is us, not us. The issue is the consumers. The consumers are buying this fucking slop and saying thank you, yum yum yum, and going out and buying more. So. I don't know. It's just on the fucking. That's just how the industry works. It's just how the AAA industry works. Anything it's coming on. PlayStation games are like that. Fucking Xbox games are like that. PC games are like that. It's just a game gets announced and fucking the priority now is making the biggest fucking thing possible, and every fucking game has to be the biggest thing possible. No one is like, oh, let's make a mid-budget game anymore and make fucking half the money we would, but also spend half the money we would. It's just whatever. It's venture capitalists have fucking sunk their teeth into the gaming industry, and they're just gonna bleed the AAA space dry. My video that I'm editing right now, the way I put it is like, gaming right now is in the worst place it's been in forever for casual gamers. If you're a hardcore gamer and you want to go looking for some good like indie games, you're in a good spot, honestly. In terms of what can be provided to you in the indie space. But if you're a very casual gamer and you just want to buy recognizable stuff and you're just on console, which is fine, which is almost everybody, which is good. You're in a fucking hole. You're just, unfortunately, you're not being taken care of. And that sucks because it used to be that fucking Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty and Halo were like reliable every year, every 2 years, every 3 years, a great fucking game that cost $1 million but took like 3 years to make, whatever. Now it's like, if you're a casual gamer, oh, you gotta fucking wait 8 years for them to make it, and it's a live service game, and it's probably gonna fucking suck balls. Whatever. Hopefully it collapses. Hopefully this Mass Effect TV show they're making is good. I'm seeing this on the doc. Maybe this slipped my mind, but I did not know a Mass Effect TV series was in the works. I had no idea.
I didn't know either. Like, I saw like an IGN post about it, so I added it. But basically, like, it's following the Fallout trend.
Yeah, it takes place after.
Set the series in the continuity.
Yeah. Have you played Mass Effect? You would really like it. You'd really like it.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It's really cool. The first one, clunky, because it's like early 360 days. A little clunky. The story's great. The RPG stuff is great. It's just the vehicle segments are not amazing, and the shooting's not even bad. Second one is like massive leap. The first one's great, but the second one is like it's just an incredible game. I really recommend it. I think it's one of the most unique sci-fi. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing. Is just the that sci-fi world handled like very seriously, because it's not like any. It's not like, I'd say it's more. If the ends of the spectrum is like Star Wars is really leading into fantasy and like Star Trek's leading into like sci-fi, it's more Star Trek, but like a military Star Trek story, and it's like very gritty. Like it's like a lot of it's about like you know military politics and stuff like that, and diplomacy. Cool world. I'm just excited to see that type of story.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I think this is a good idea, though. Just telling stories that are in the world, as long as they're good, and it doesn't feel like I like the original Resident Evil movies, but I think those do it wrong. Where actually, no, those don't even take place in the world, so never mind. I don't like that. Never mind. I guess coming with a bad example. I think that's what that new Resident Evil movie is going to be. It looks like it'll be canon to the games, maybe, but it won't be about the main characters. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because it kind of forces you to play by the rules, unless you're the Uncharted movie, which they say is canon, but literally physically cannot be.
It's impossible.
It's impossible for it to be canon. It's like...
I don't even know who said that. That had to have been
some Sony
like...
dickhead. Some Sony exec was like, it's canon. Like, it can't be. It contradicts everything in the games at that point.
Yeah, like, literally everything.
It's like the most essential origin element of how the two fucking main characters met is completely different. Not even close to being similar. It is a completely different story. And none of that doesn't even fucking feel like Uncharted. So whatever. This feels like Mass Effect, and it continues the story. Sounds cool. I think that's good to kind of like advance the world,
Yeah, I think like it definitely depends on like the franchise for sure. Like I don't think that's like
you can't do it for everything.
Yeah, you can't do
ones
it
have
for
like big
everything.
worlds.
You just can't. But
ones have like this have big worlds. Kind of like Resident Evil sounds like a good candidate for that. Mass Effect. Like I wouldn't do that with God of War, for example. That's one that's in because God of War is Kratos.
No, don't do that.
God of War, Kratos is God of War, and any more of his story.
You can't do that with Metal Gear.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I guess that's all to say about that. Do you want to talk about... I actually did not have a chance to see that third episode of Welcome to Derry, sadly. I've been real busy.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's all right. Like it was not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Episode 1 was just so good. It kind of like unfairly raised my expectations for the other two. Episode 3 of Welcome to Derry, it's giving you a little bit more lore. There's a surprise introduction when you watch the episode. So I won't say what it is, but like I was not expecting them to go there, but it ties into the main story, so it's not like some random filler kind of thing. It's really, really cool. You kind of see a little bit more of maybe where Pennywise got some of his ideas from.
That's cool.
But like, yeah, like again, it involves the Harry Morgan character.
Okay.
And it's really, really cool. And I really, really like where the actor from Gotham that played Lucius Fox. I forgot the actor's name.
Chris Chalk.
He does a really good job in this. Chris Chalk. He does a very good job.
He is so cool in this show.
Is established more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really
he's
cool.
Really good.
I like him a lot in this.
Yeah, it just kind of it's like an episode that like kind of gears you up for what's to come. So yeah, it was a solid episode, but it's nothing like mind blowing. There is a pretty good sequence in it in terms of like the horror stuff. It felt very Stephen King.
All right.
Some of it looked a little bit iffy, but like it's still, again, it looked really great. Like regardless, I mean that's just like if you want to nitpick it, like you could say that. But again, for an HBO series, I mean like it's reaching the expectation for sure.
That's cool.
And what they can do.
That's
kind of all I have to say about that.
I gotta watch it still. I didn't know that I missed this. That was on the docket. I did not see the Toy Story 5 trailer either. The two things I missed are at the end of the
Toy Story 5 trailer.
I just saw something like they should have left it at 3, bro. I know everyone says that. 3, most original opinion of all time. 3 is so good. Most original. I just sat here. I was cooking that one up. That they should have left it at 3. But it's true. It's true. And also, like,
it's true.
So I've seen the poster, and the hook is like, it's like that whatever kid they're with. Riley's from Inside Out. Whatever kid they're with gets like an iPad or some shit, and now it's about toys being replaced by machines. Like, bro, you're fucking 15 years late to this. This should have been the story of this could have been the story of the third one. It should have been the story of the fourth one if you're gonna make the fucking fourth one. It's like this isn't like
that's what it should have been for the
it's like this is not a fucking
interesting thing
concept to explore right now.
Yeah, it's like I don't know like 100% of it. Wait, no, it does. Okay, so it does take place after the fourth one. Because I was thinking like that's kind of like when you said that should have just been 4. It crossed my mind like, oh, maybe this is like actually in between because they show Woody in the house with Buzz. So like,
doesn't he go his own way at the end of 4?
Woody leaves. Yeah, he goes with Bo Peep to like rescue toys or something like that. Yeah,
I didn't see that one.
So it seems like they're. Yeah, it's anyway. Like it seems like they're undoing the ending a little bit of that. Like it just seems like because there's no reason for him to just be at the house.
Maybe he rescued all the toys, or maybe he just fucking failed. Maybe he just fucking failed so hard he came back.
I don't know, like his little rescue team got.
Yeah, they got obliterated. Saving Private Ryan, dude.
Yeah, because the other thing is too the thing that kind of bothered me about 4. I believe the child's name is Bonnie.
Yes, that sounds right.
Like Woody leaves, but like. So, like, Bonnie's not ever going to be like...
Yeah, where's my toy? Where's my toy cowboy? He's just walking down the street.
That's kind of like... that's what I thought was so, like... I don't know, like, interesting about that ending. And, like, if you showed her, like... I don't know, maybe giving him away or something, then I can understand him just, like, straight up leaving the kid a little bit. But he literally, like, leaves her. And that kind of... Like, I know, like, Andy's his guy. Andy's his guy. Like, he would have never done that to Andy. And I know, like, you know, he wasn't Bonnie's favorite toy or whatever, but all those other fucking toys are staying there. Why didn't Woody stay?
You just fucking
like,
I got better shit to do. I'm going to bang. I'm going to save some toys.
I just watched that movie, and I'm just like, listen, like, I can understand why you would make this, but, like, again, 3, as you said, you should have left it at 3,
I think you would be a damn fool to argue that Toy Story 3 is basically a perfect movie. I think fucking even Tarantino is like, that's one of the most perfect movies. I've seen a quote from him. He's like, that movie is basically perfect. Yeah, no, like
that trilogy is so perfect.
It's great.
Yeah. And like, the other thing is too, like what I hope that they don't do is just like, Pixar's been doing this like approach lately. I haven't seen the new Cars film, but I know that they're kind of doing the thing where it's just like, and they touched upon it in Toy Story 2 as well, and I believe in 3, but they're just like, yeah, the glory days are over. You know, they're doing the Logan type of thing. It just feels like I really like Pixar, and I really like a lot of stuff that Disney makes in terms of like their
just
stories
touching
and
on the glory days being over too much.
Yeah, it's just like it just feels like they're just repeating that narrative over and over again. And like Pixar used to be a little bit different than that. Like you can even like say, oh well, they did that in The Incredibles, and you really like, but like that wasn't entirely about that. Yeah. It was about coming back from that. You know, it was about coming back from that and making the best use of it. Yeah,
and also it wasn't like a sequel.
Of course, that's how it starts. Yeah, and it wasn't like a sequel or anything. It was a story of coming out of retirement and like feeding into that little like, oh, you know, relive the glory days or whatever. But then it turns into something else from that. While like all these other stories are just like, I don't want to say, I'm not going to say cookie cutter because it's not that. But it just feels like, yeah, we're going to use like the same narrative. Again, I didn't see the new Cars film, so I don't know how much they do that to that extent. But from my understanding, they put Lightning McQueen in the same kind of like character
he crashes
role that
on
like
the poster.
Doc had. Yeah, just like what happened to Doc.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like that feels like a full circle moment. I will say, like that's not like a bad one, but it's just the fact like it seems to be like for all of their shit.
Keep
that's
circling back.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, like you guys are very talented. You can make some really fantastic projects. Just again, from what I said earlier about like the Matt Reeves thing, like my only concern with that, just some creative diversity.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of that.
Yeah, that's
my only thing. Yeah, I think that's completely fair. Do not blacklist me, Pixar or Disney. I like all your stuff, but just like just change it up a little bit.
Shut up, Ben. We're gonna kill you.
They're gonna put me on the blacklist. Yeah, shut up, Ben. I'll kill you. Something like that, but yeah. Anyway,
last topic.
So like, yeah.
Oh, I mean, you were done.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I was done.
Comic book club time. Yippee! Brandon's not here. Fuck you. We're doing Jango Fett open seasons.
Yeah. So take us away with that little synopsis.
Yeah. So
people don't get that.
Yeah, that confusion. This is a 4-issue, vaguely canon origin story that is about. It has 2 separate timelines. First, it takes place 10 years before the events of Attack of the Clones, and that's the present of this story, and it's about Dooku selecting which bounty hunter is going to be the one that the clone army will be based on, and each issue is him learning a story from Jango Fett's origin. So the first issue is how he was found by the... I got a little confused at some parts, I'm not going to lie. I was like, who's doing what? I got a little bit confused when some of the Mandalorians were wearing armor. I'm like, who are you? I did catch up to it.
I was reading it.
I was like, is this Vizsla? Yeah. I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? Is this what's the Jarek, or who's the
Jaster.
Cool name.
Yeah,
you got Jaster, Miles, and Vizsla and Jango. And within that, you get 4 little stories from Jango Fett's origin. And we'll go through them all one by one. My overall thoughts of the book is, I thought it was good. I liked the stories. I think the only thing I didn't like was I was like, I would have liked to see more of this. It felt like
I was surprised at how.
Yeah, it's just real quick, like boom, 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 boom. Like here's 4 quick stories from Jango Fett's life. I was like, I kind of would have liked to see a little bit more. I tried to take some notes on it. You get to
like they totally
they go very quickly. I think very early on in the book when Dooku is explaining Jango Fett to Palpatine, my note says, Palpatine says, the most dangerous men are always orphans. What did he mean by this? What is he saying about orphans?
Well, I mean, like that's kind of like talking.
Yeah,
about
so I know. He's talking about Anakin. He's like, if you want someone to be a bad motherfucker, kill their parents.
Take away, he's a big Batman.
Yeah, he's a Batman enjoyer. I just love that he says it so casual. He's like, the most dangerous people are orphans. That stuck
with me too. I was like,
that's messed up. What, you saying all orphan people are evil monsters?
That is some Palpatine shit to say, though. I mean, like, it's very in character.
Explain to me what the fuck was going on in that first issue. So we see the Foundation. Actually, I get most of it. What I don't understand was, and I'll get to that. You see the Mandalorians, and the true Mandalorians. So there's the true Mandalorians. They're led by Jaster. I'm gonna call him Casper.
Yes, yeah.
But it's Casper the Friendly Ghost is the true Mandalorians, and the ones that
he becomes a friendly ghost.
The ones that splinter off, like is in current canon, is the Death Watch, which is led by Vizsla.
Vizsla, like the House of Vizsla, always has reign over.
He wants that. He's like a supremacist. He's like a Nazi. He believes that Mandalorian's like the greatest in the galaxy. But Jaster, I think it's funny. They say that he's just like, we're just goons for hire. Which I think, and he's like, so you have Vizsla.
That's true Mandalorian culture right there.
Vizsla is like, we're gods among men.
They touch upon that in Mandalorian.
Yeah, and Jaster is like, no, we're just dudes. So there's a war, and Jaster and the Mandalorians they lose. Is my understanding? They lose and they go into hiding, and Jango's dad is a Mandalorian? Okay.
No. So like
they just get
his
found.
parents are farmers.
Yes, okay. So that's what I was confused on.
Yeah, they get found.
So
yeah.
Django, to continue the plot, now that's the one thing I was confused on. Django is just a son of a farmer on a planet, and Jaster is hiding out on that planet.
Hey, New Hope reference.
Django,
farm boy.
Not Django. Jaster is hiding out on this planet, and he meets Django's dad, which leads to Vizsla, who is looking for Jaster, arrives at the farm and is like, "Where's this mysterious stranger?" And when Django's dad won't give him up, they slaughter Django's entire family, and he runs into the field and is found by Jaster, who leads him into a big battle against Vizsla. And what you get after this is a series of vignettes. You get 3 more battles throughout Django's life, where him and Jaster go to a battle, and Vizsla appears. My note says, Vizsla is like a funny Looney Tunes villain who always appears at the funniest moments, disheveled and screaming about revenge. At one point, he literally jumps out of a closet with a machine gun. Tries to kill Django Fett.
Yeah, pretty much.
I loved it. Yeah. It's like a battle happens, and they're like, wait a minute, this is a trap. And then Viz like jumps out of a car, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you! You're mine! I'm gonna have my fucking revenge because you fucking burned my face or something. And then he just like falls, and they leave. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but like he kind of just gets detached in like a kind of silly way, as Boba Fett does in Return of the Jedi. And then he's like, I'll get your ass later. And they end up finding him. So you get to this first battle, which shows a slightly more grown Django who has been taken under the wing of Jaster, and they go and they're led into a trap by Vizsla. My note for that was I like the battle scene. It's very much inspired by like World War II and Vietnam kind of battle scenes, which I thought was cool to see in Star Wars because that is the foundation. We didn't. You kind of on Hoth, you did get some of those visual like iconography with like the trenches, but it was cool.
Even with like the TIE fighters, like in the World War II, like
ships and all. But it was cool seeing like it structured like that. In this battle is when when Jaster becomes Jaster the Friendly Ghost. He's killed by Vizsla, and who's the guy that betrays him?
I forgot the guy's name, but like he
I don't even think we ever we never see him again.
Yeah, Django basically pieced together that the guy that was a part of Jaster's group double crossed.
Yes, in the heat of this battle,
the reason why he died.
Yeah, in the heat of this battle, this guy who does not have faith in Jaster anymore allows him to be killed, and when Jaster dies, he attempts to leave Django behind. He's like, all right, I'm the new leader, and Django shows up. He's like, no. He's like, you left Jaster to die. And the guy's like, you're right, and he just leaves, and all the Mandalorians stay with Django.
What I will say, really cool detail that I noticed when actually reading it. So Mandalorian armor colors have different meanings in the EU. It doesn't in the Disney canon. So he has the Boba Fett color scheme.
Yeah, I noticed. I thought it was cool.
So what that means, because I remember, because me and Alex, we were like huge Mando heads, like, so like we knew all about this stuff. I know a solid amount of it still, but anyway. So that color scheme basically means like you're honoring parents or your parent. So like that's why in canon, or I guess in the EU, Boba wears those colors to honor his father, because that's what that means with like Mando culture.
And that's why Django wears it.
And then so like that's why he wears it there. But then after Jaster dies, when we see him later, he's wearing Jaster's colors to honor him. Okay. And then there's some new, so like when he gets like his main armor, we'll get to that detail later. I forgot the direct meaning behind it, but it ties into like how he, we'll touch upon that.
I did like his when he gets his armor. So what happens after this is we get another moment where Vizsla attempts to kill Django again. He leads him into a trap and jumps out of a closet with a machine gun, and he's like, I'm gonna kill your ass, and Django leaves. And at this point, they call the fucking cops on them, which in the Star Wars universe are the Jedi.
Yeah.
So all the Jedi show up, and they just fucking smoke the Mandalorians. They just they killed all of them except for like Jango.
Yeah, all of them. And then Jango kills almost all of them.
I was like, these great noble warriors are actually useless if you attack them with anything other than a blaster. Because at first the Mandalorians shoot at them and the Jedi are like, bing, 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 and they like kill all the Mandalorians. And Jango's like, stop shooting at them, pick up some rocks. And the Jedi are like, oh fuck, rocks? And they just like lose.
Yeah, so fun little canon thing. The reason why, at least like in the Disney / Filoni canon, why they have like the inhibitor chips is to inhibit Jango Fett's rage. So Jango, obviously from what he
hates the Jedi in this.
His life, that rage grows more and more, and it really contributes to the way that he fights. So like the way that he murders all of those Jedi. I think that obviously that core passion of him was attached to him, and they do kind of, again, it's vaguely referenced. It's not a direct reference to this comic book, but I think it's like a subconscious kind of thing. It's like, oh well, like we're lowering Jango Fett's aggression in the clones and taking away the creative thinking part. But yeah, he smokes.
He kills Jedi, like all of them basically. It's just a couple left.
No, so like he's badass.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I wish we saw him again. Like we'll talk about this a little bit later. I really I would have loved to see like an animated 03 Clone Wars style adaptation of this comic book. That would have been cool. Yeah, would have been perfect.
I agree. So after this, Jango is defeated, and he's given back to this governor, who is in line with Vizsla, who betrayed Jango, and the governor immediately turns Jango into a slave. And my last funny note says, I know the Jedi in the prequel era were shown to have lost their way, but Obi-Wan refers to them as like noble peacekeepers. However, we see them hand Jango Fett into slavery. Why did they do this?
The Mandos. For some more lore context, I think obviously Dooku later in the book is like
they do show that's one of the main reasons that he lost his faith in the Jedi. But I'm like, Obi-Wan's ass is like, we love them. In a historical
context.
The Jedi were great.
Yeah, I mean, with the prequels, they do some 1984 style narrative kind of thing going on there with the politics of the prequels and all that Star Wars theory jargon. But anyway, with that, at the very least, what I can say is that the Jedi have a long history with the Mandalorians. They've had religious wars.
The Mandalorians invented those slug thrower guns, right? Just so they couldn't deflect them back. That I know that.
Yeah,
that lore.
And they do reference it in the Disney canon too, of the Mandalorian show, the Jedi having a muddy history with the Mandalorian. So they've always been at each other because a Mandalorian, and again, if I guess another reason why Jango was the one to take them all out, he was Jaster's basically his apprentice almost, and he learned everything that a true Mandalorian can do. Because what a Mandalorian is supposed to be in terms of what it was established to be in the EU, it was supposed to be the perfect Jedi killer, the anti-Jedi. It would be rock paper scissors. A Mandalorian was supposed to be we smoke a Jedi type of thing. That's what they were supposed to do. Obviously, the Jedi have the Force and shit like that. Yeah. So a little bit unbalanced, but they're just we have guns.
Yeah, we have shotguns. You can't block them all.
Grenades. Yeah, I can't block them all.
Yeah, so after the Jedi put Jango Fett into slavery, this is what
This is such a wild sentence.
This is what I'm talking about when I say this book needed to be longer. He's free in the next page. I
know they say he was a slave for a few years.
That's all it is. And then it's there were some pirates and he busts out. It's he gets his ass whooped, he gets sold into slavery, and the next page he's free. He escapes.
They made him a free man. It's kill these guys.
He's
we'll make
I already
you a free
am,
man.
bitch.
All right.
I love that line because the pirates they're help us, or no, I think it's the slavers are help us and you'll be free. And he's bitch, I am free, and he just kills them and leaves. He returns to the governor who betrayed him and takes back his armor, and he hunts down. This moment I thought was actually the coolest part of the book. He chases down Vizsla's ship and shoots at it to disable the engines, and they're oh, it fired a missile. Our systems are saying that the ship attacking us fired a missile. It's not a missile. He's flying at them through space with the jetpack, and he crashes through the window and fucking has a fight with Vizsla. That part was fucking sick. I thought that was real cool.
That was sick, yeah.
He fucking kills Vizsla. He kills the governor, and then we return to the present, where he's arranging the final agreements with Count Dooku to become the clone template, for the clone army. And I like that he poisons. I really like the dynamic at the.
I saw
at this.
I will say the one thing what caught me off guard was, like you said, that he poisons Dooku, and it goes over for a few pages. It's like, yeah, I poisoned you.
And Dooku's like, tell me a story.
And Dooku's like, oh no, yeah, tell me a story. And then at the end of the story, he's like, yeah, anyway, I
thought that was sick. I thought that was awesome.
I thought that was cool, but I was just like, I had to like reread it. I was like, wait, what the fuck did he do? Like,
I thought that was sick because he let Jango think he had the upper hand on him. I did like that because he poisons Count Dooku at the start of the issue, tells him his life story, and then is like, you need to give me my clone son, or you're gonna die from this poison. And he's like, Jango Fett's like, the antidote is on my ship, and if I die, my ship explodes. And Count Dooku's like, all right, well, I use the Force to, just expulge that's not even a word, remove the poison from my body and get wrecked, bitch. And he's like, but you're pretty cool, though. So, yeah, you can have your clone son, I guess. And Jango Fett's like, all right, let's kill some Jedi. I also like that when they first meet, they're sitting at opposite ends of a table, and their weapons are in the middle. And Jango, like, Force pulls the guns to himself. And Count Dooku's like, bitch, you have the Force? He's like, yeah, it's called magnets, dumbass. I like that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, not
cool stuff in the book. I just wish,
so like when
I would have liked more to dive into the stuff that I did like. I think that was my only issue with it.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair, and I realize that a lot, like, reading, because as I said in, like, the previous episode, like, I've seen a bunch of, like, videos on this comic book, and, like, I've read, like, the Wikipedia page for this comic book, like, a million times, because, like, I was just like, this is, like, really cool. And,
it's a great story.
Like, this comic is part of the reason why, like, Jango's one of my favorite Star Wars characters, because of this book.
It's a good story. It is.
Yeah, and, like, he's really, like, even in, like, the EU, like, he's kind of, like, even compared to, like, how, like, the current canon is very untapped character in terms of, like, potential. I mean, obviously, like, you can just go to, like, Boba Fett or something like that, but, like, again, he got, like, different stories going on, all that. Yeah, I really like this book. Again, I wish it was longer, just to give us some more details on what was going on. And the other thing is, too, Jango has a sister, and they show her. So she actually joins the Vizslas, and that's covered in a different comic book. So that's what I know for sure. But they do actually bring her back. So it's again, that's what I heard. Again, EU lore is like
kind of wonky,
all over the place. So there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, it was a little bit wonky. They did what they wanted to do, and I respect that. But really good comic book. Especially if you're a Star Wars fan, like the prequels, or if you really like Count Dooku as a character. I was surprised at how much Dooku was in this.
Yeah, he bookends every issue.
Yeah.
So he's there.
It's cool.
Read this comic.
I liked it.
And but read also play Star Wars Bounty Hunter, because Star Wars Bounty Hunter is kind of canon to this, because they show at the start of the issue. Bounty Hunter ends with Dooku finding Jango, and this is about what happens after that. So that's cool.
Yeah, what's funny about that game is that, like, I mean, obviously, like, there's a hierarchy of canon with, like, the EU, and even with, like, the other stuff. So, like, at the end of that game, he's like, yeah, I'll take that deal. Just give me a clone son. Then Dooku's like, all right, sure. So, like, that conversation, I guess, technically happens twice, but, like,
here's the hierarchy of canon in Marvel, DC, Star Wars, anything. The more expensive it was to make, the more canon it is. Yeah, that's how it is. A video game costs more to make than a comic book. So if the video game says something, the comic says something different, sorry, the video game. A movie probably costs, well, I mean, nowadays, who knows? But, like, back then, movie cost way more than a video game to make. So the fucking movie, that's whatever's more mainstream, I guess is how you put it. But yeah, that's what I say. That I liked it. I enjoyed it. I would like to see, like, a animated something that maybe expanded on it. Season of a show. Yeah,
I was thinking, like, a Tales of the Jedi type of story would be pretty cool. As I said earlier, like, if they still had the crew around, would have loved to see this in the style of, like, an 03 Clone Wars narrative, especially with all the action. Like, I think that's really how you would have been able to do that. action scene justice with like when he takes out all the Jedi. It would have been really cool. But yeah, no. Any last thoughts on Jango Fett open seasons?
I got everything I gotta say. Gave all my notes and everything.
Sweet. All right. I will share the screen for the little wheel.
I need to click on it.
The wheel.
The wheel. This is how we pick what book we're gonna fucking read next. Let's do this.
Yeah. Oh, and one more thing about open seasons. It's written by the guy that wrote both the game and the comic book adaptation, Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
That's cool.
Same.
That's cool.
Yeah. So again, that guy knows the stuff. Really fantastic Star Wars storyteller.
Nice. Now let's see what we got in here.
All right, let's spin the wheel.
No, bro.
The Dark
when
Knight
you
strikes
put this
again.
in there, I was like, I've read this book, bro. I read this.
Well, now you don't have to read it again. You can just.
I don't remember it well enough. I just know I genuinely like it.
That's a crazy pull. Just when we were getting off DC and Batman.
Damn, dude.
I'm just curious. Like, I'm gonna spin it again. I mean, we're still doing this comic book, but I'm curious what another option on another Earth would have been.
It just picks it again.
Halloween by Chaos Comics. That would have been interesting. That's like 3 issues.
That's fine.
But yeah. Anyway, so the Dark
Strikes
Knight
again. That's
strikes
next.
again.
If you want to read along with us, Dark Knight Strikes Again. We're gonna talk about it next week. Fucking hell, dude.
Yep.
Jesus.
I'm gonna have to tell Brandon this.
Yep.
Yeah, if he's not still dead by then. But yeah, that's crazy. That
was nuts.
Oh, when did that comic book come out again?
Like
if you know off the top
90s,
of your head,
I believe.
Right.
Like
yeah.
99. What a fuck.
Yeah,
fuck
very
you.
Controversial comic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. That's
least,
one way of putting it. Yeah. I'm trying to look up.
We had to put some good ones on there. We had to put some controversial ones on there.
You're an ass. Oh, 2001. 2001.
What? When in 2000?
End of it, because it said 2001 through 2002. So I'm assuming end of 2001.
Okay.
Beginning 2002.
All right, that's all I need to know. So I
forgot about that. It was like before or after 9/11.
That gives you a little bit more. I want to ask that specifically. I didn't ask that, just for the record. I did not ask that. I asked when.
Yeah, you're just curious.
But that might give you some context of where Frank Miller.
That event broke his brain for some reason. I mean, not for some reason. Obviously horrible. But like
very horrible.
It made him go crazy. You know. Anyways, before we say anything more controversial, let's end this. Before I say something that sounds like
all right.
Like something I don't know. I don't know. That sounded wrong.
This is like the second. Is this the second or third time that we brought up?
Every time I do something, 9/11 comes up. I don't know why. It comes up on everything.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, that was episode 5 of the After Credit Show and episode 7, I believe, of Comic Book Club. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and leave a comment what you thought of the episode, what your favorite segment was, and really any of your opinions regarding any of the topics. Like, I want to know what you guys think, because comment it, just because then we can talk about it on the next podcast if it's relevant.
That's true.
It's too. So like, we want to interact, we want to make things fun, and just make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Enjoy the after credits.